Hello, everybody. It is Sunday, September 20th, 2020. It's Taylor and Jake. We are here today to discuss last Monday's premiere of Dancing with the Stars. It was a great premiere. Of course, a few changes this season. Of course, due to coronavirus, we have no audience. Also, the judges are very socially distanced. They have removed the skybox. Also, a major change this season. We have lost Tom Bergeron and Aaron Andrews, who are now both off the show, and they were replaced by Tyra Banks, which was met with a lot of criticism from the fans of the show, who saw Tom and Aaron as sort of how they made the show, but now they have Tyra in. I personally was upset to see Tom and Aaron go just because Tom is such a great host. But I think Tyra did a really, really, really good job Monday night. And
Yes, I agree.
I don't get why people hate her so much. I guess just because she has such a big personality.
Yeah, well, I thought she did a good job, and I thought her outfit was good too. I like the red dress she was wearing. I think she has a good fashion sense too.
Uh, I don't know if I would have worn that dress for that. I mean, I probably would have worn it more for an award ceremony. But
Yeah,
it's Tyra. So anyway, in this season we also they upped the cast. Usually they have like 12 or 13 on the cast. But this season they have a total of 15 celebrities and 15 professional partners, which my guess is the reason they had so many is in case somebody does test positive for coronavirus.
yeah,
They won't lose a week of the show because of it. That way they can sort of just move on throughout the season without any
yeah.
issues.
That
So,
makes sense.
but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. First off, we had one of my favorite casting choices of the season, Backstreet Boy, AJ McLean, who was partnered with one of my favorite pros, Cheryl Burke. Now, Cheryl has done the show for years.
Yes.
She's won 2 seasons. She won with Drew Lachey back in season 2 and then Emmett Smith in season 3. Since then, she's come close a couple times, but hasn't really won. The last time she got really close was 2 seasons ago with Juan Pablo de Pache, and they, of course, were shockingly eliminated right before the finale. So it's nice to see her back with, I think this is only her second boy bander besides Drew. So it's exciting to see her with a boy bander. I thought their routine was really good for a first routine. And, of course, they're not going to score the first routines of the night really high, especially this early in the season. New judge Derek Huff, he said it was a great start, but he wanted more jive action. Bruno Tagnoli, who now has gray hair, I don't know. Well, it's more white hair. I don't know why, but that was.
It actually, I have to say, it looks really good. He actually looks the what I have to say, he actually looks really good with the white hair. I don't know why, but to me, like I actually found that like really good looking on him.
I don't know. It's just weird. But anyway, he said he had a long way to go. Or wait, wrong comments. I'm moving ahead of myself. He called it powerful and strong, but he needed to polish a little bit. I mean, this early in the season, everybody can do a little polish, especially first getting started out. Even somebody that used to be in a boy band that's used to dancing can do a little polish. And Carrie Ann said it was amazing. Final scores, all the judges scored 6s, so they got an 18 out of 30 their first night, which is pretty standard for first dances.
It is, but you know what? I enjoyed it. I thought they did a good job dancing. I'm an AJ fan. I love the Backstreet Boys, so
Mm,
I thought he did a good job, and
yeah.
Cheryl did a good job too. I think that they've got potential to do well.
Oh, yeah. They really, really, really do. Up next is Chriselle Staus from a show on Netflix called Selling It, and she's also been on a few soap operas. And also, she is from my state of Kentucky, so I'm going to have to
Woo!
here.
Kentucky
Anyway,
represent.
oh, yeah. They did a tango. It was kind of wooden, but the moves were kind of stiff. Um, I mean, she was probably nervous. It was her first dance. I do think she has potential. Bruno said she had a long way to go and said she had posture and footing issues. Carrie Ann said that she had potential. Derek told her to start from the bottom, which everybody at this point, even some of the more experienced celebrities in dancing, all started from the bottom. Carrie Ann and Bruno both gave her a 4. Derek gave her a 5. 13 out of 30. I was kind of shocked that she got such a low score.
Yeah. But you know what? They're the first time for everything, especially if you're not like especially if you don't have any dancing experience. There's always a first time for everything, and I think that she can probably like if she sticks around, and I think she'll have better weeks to come for sure. Because
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought she was having fun with it.
Mm-hmm. And she's also partnered with Gleb, who usually does make it far into the season. He's never won. It'd be nice to see him win, but we will have to see. Up next, we had NFL star Vernon Davis partnered with a former champion, Peter Murgatroyd. They danced a foxtrot, very elegant dance. You can tell he isn't a dancer. He's really trying, though, which I like to see. You know, you have some people that come on the show, and you can tell they're just doing it just to get their name out there, and they're not really trying, and kind of like Master P all the way back in season 2. But he did a pretty good job for his first dance. Carrie Ann said he has more to learn. Mentioned that he did a lift, which is always a no-no on Dancing with the Stars. Derek said he was smooth and that he had a good form. Bruno called it stylish, but it wasn't perfect. Derek and Bruno both gave him a 6. Carrie Ann gave him a 5. That's 17 out of 30 for Vernon and Peta. Not a bad score. And like I said, athletes usually do pretty well on the show. And he is partnered with a very talented, very good professional dancer in Peta. And so he could really, really, really go far.
Yeah, I think he's in good hands with her, and I thought they did good. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Oh yeah. So anyway, moving on, Anne Heche. Of course, Anne Heche was a popular actor in the 90s, also known for her messy breakup with Ellen DeGeneres. Now she comes to Dancing with the Stars. She's partnered with Keo, who I don't think gets enough credit on the show. He's very talented, always does well with his partners, but he's made finals, I think, only once. It seems like he always gets eliminated early. I don't know how it'll go this season with Anne. Very fun routine, but she was very stiff, I think, in her routine. Derek called it clean and neat, but called the routine kind of jerky. Bruno called it a great performance, but said she needed to put more hip action into it. All 3 judges scored it a 6, so that's 18. I probably would have scored it lower. It wasn't my favorite routine. And, of course, surrounding her controversy with Ellen and the fact she's had some issues in the past, I don't see her really lasting long at all.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite either, but I give them props for, it seemed like they were having a good time with it, which is always a good thing. But yeah, it wasn't my favorite. We'll see what happens with them.
Yeah. Well,
But hats off to them for.
oh yeah, but I don't know. Anyway, moving on. One of your favorites, I know, Jeannie Mai was partnered with Brandon. Jeannie, of course, is on The Real. I really, really enjoyed it. I think that Jeannie has a really good shot at going deep. I could see her actually winning. A very, very good salsa routine. Bruno called her a little ray of sunshine and said she got the spirit of the dance, but said she needed to work on her footing. Carrie Ann said to even out the energy. Derek said to work on her turns. All 3 judges gave her all 6s, 18 out of 30, which isn't bad for your first dance, especially when one of the better dancers of the night. But like I said, she could actually take this thing. I thought it was really, really good.
I agree. I really enjoyed it. I think she brings a lot of energy to the dance floor, so I'm excited to see what she does next.
Yes, I'm really excited. Next, we had actor Jesse Metcalf. He's been on soap operas. He was on the Dallas reboot. He was in John Tucker Must Die. He's partnered with Sharna Burgess, who controversially won 2 seasons ago with Bobby Bones. I'm over that, so we're not going to talk about it. But anyway, Jesse definitely struggling with his footing. Not really my favorite routine of the night. Carrie Ann called it one of the most passionate quick steps, but said he needed to work on posture. Derek agreed with Carrie on the posture. Bruno said he did well. They got 18 out of 30, which I really didn't agree with. It wasn't a really good routine. I don't know whether or not he'll go far in the competition. Sometimes he's like teen heartthrobs, that everybody loves. It's either hit or miss. You have people that may vote for him a little while, but they'll end up going. He's probably good this week, but in the future, I really don't know.
Um, well, it wasn't my favorite either, but I mean, I probably would have scored it lower,
Mm-hmm.
but then again, the judges scored it how they felt.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll last unless they like step it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably not gonna. He and his partner are not gonna last very long.
Which is unfortunate because, especially for Sharna, because she's a real popular professional dancer.
She is,
She
yeah.
took a season off last season, and it'd sort of be a bummer to see her go early, but we'll see. Up next, we had a Disney Channel star, Sky Jackson. Usually, every season they usually have a Disney Channel star. Only one Disney Channel star has ever won the show, Jordan Fisher. She's partnered with Alan. I love the routine. I honestly think, like with Jeannie, she could actually win the competition. Derek thought it was good. Bruno said the sky is the limit for her, said the shapes were fantastic. Carrie Ann liked it. She got a total of 21 out of 30. All judges scored it a 7, one of the highest scores of the night. Um, like I said, she did really good, and I really hope she does well, and I think she could win it.
I enjoyed it. She's the youngest contestant, but she can dance. The girl can
Mhm.
dance. Yeah, it was one of my favorites. And I believe she has winner potential. I hope that she goes all the way.
Oh yeah. And moving on, we have the Bachelorette, former Bachelorette star, Caitlin Bristow, who was partnered with Artem. Bachelor and Bachelorette stars were hit or miss on the show. We've had some do really well, like Marissa Rycroft. People like Grocery Store Joe, who were horrible dancers but lasted long for some reason. And then last season, we had Hannah Brown win the show. I thought it was a very fun routine. I like her a lot better than Hannah. I think she has a much better personality. Bruno called the routine brilliant. Carrie Ann called it a great first dance. Derek said she had a lot of potential. Derek and Bruno both gave her a 7. Carrie Ann gave her a 6. That's 20 out of 30. She was making her really towards the top of the leaderboard. I personally think she could do really well. I don't really know whether or not she'll win. It really depends on how she improves throughout the competition, but a very good first dance for her, and it could really help her in the long run.
I enjoyed it. I thought she did a great job, and yeah, I agree with you. Like she'll probably I think she'll probably go far, but um is there a winner potential there? Who knows? But I definitely think she could get far.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on, Neve Schulman, who of course is on from MTV's Catfish, partnered with Jenna this season. They did a foxtrot. I really enjoyed it, and he really surprised me. Carrie Ann called it incredible and uplifting, said he needed to be smoother. Derek called him a great dancer, but he needed to work on his frame. Bruno called it fabulous. He ended up getting 20 out of 30, with Carrie Ann and Derek both giving him 7. Bruno giving him a 6. A lot of the casual viewers, casual voters, probably really don't know much of who he is because probably a lot of the older audience doesn't watch Catfish. But he does have potential. I don't know if that will translate in the votes. I could see him going early in the season, but I still think that he could do really well. I think it just depends on the voting audience, I think.
Yes, I think you have a good point there. Most people probably don't watch Catfish, at least I don't watch it, but I'm sure there are other people out there that don't watch it. But I was very surprised. I thought he did a really good job dancing. I'm interested to see him dance again. I hope that he makes it through because I want to see him dance another style.
Oh, yeah. And up next is everybody's favorite to win, Johnny Weir, who's partnered with New Pro Brit. Of course, Johnny Weir is a figure skater. Figure skaters in the past have done well on the show. Figure skating is sort of like dancing on ice. It was a really good, energetic routine. All the judges thought he did a great job. Bruno said he needed to be sharper. They ended up getting an 18 out of 30. I don't know I could totally see him winning. I don't know if it'll happen. There's so much competition. But right now, I think a lot of people see him as a favorite to win, but a lot of others really we don't need to count out. I think that he could
Well,
either win
let's
or possibly be a shock boot sometime in the season.
absolutely. And let's not forget, Meryl won this show.
Yeah.
Meryl won the show back in season, I think it was like 27 or something. But yeah, Meryl won the show, so I totally believe a figure skater can win this again. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I thought he did a really good job. And I'm excited to see what he does next.
Oh, yeah. Up next, actress Justina Machado. She was on 6 Feet Under. She's currently on the One Day at a Time reboot. Not a lot of people know who she is. I know who she is because she was on The Fosters, a show that I watched. She was also in Final Destination 2, and as well as, like I said, 6 Feet Under, which I've seen before. I thought that she did amazing. All the judges loved it. I would really like to see her win. It would be really cool to see her win, especially somebody that really isn't well known by a lot of people. She got one of the highest scores of the night, 21 out of 30. I really, really, really liked it.
I really liked it too. I think she has a lot of energy, which is awesome. And I totally agree with her score. I think she and Sky were definitely two of the best of the night, and I thought they did fantastic. I'm ready to see more.
Me too. Me too. Especially tomorrow night is a new show. It'll be interesting to see how she does. Especially a lot of people how they do second week. Anyway, up next we had basketball player, an NBA All-Star, Charles Oakley, who's partnered with Emma Slater. Probably one of the worst of the night. Except for Carol Baskin, which we'll get to eventually. He seemed to have no idea what he was doing. The judges agreed that it wasn't good. Carrie Ann said he needed to sync more with the music. Bruno said he had timing issues. All the judges scored 4s, 12 out of 30. I think he could be in danger of going home tomorrow night, especially if he doesn't get a higher score. I don't know what it is about basketball players, but basketball players really have never done well on the show. I think it could be because some of them are so tall.
Yeah.
But it was not a very good routine. He could be leaving tomorrow night.
Nah, I don't. It wasn't one of my favorites. But hats off for
Oh yeah,
trying
definitely.
for sure. I definitely believe that he will be in danger of going home.
Next, we had cheer star Monica Aldama, who's partnered with a really, really popular pro, Val. Very beautiful dance. Derek called it beautiful, but said that she needed to work on her turns. Bruno called it elegant and stylish. Carrie Ann was impressed. Cheerleading is sort of similar to dancing, a lot of movement. Not a great routine. She ended up scoring 19 out of 30, but I do definitely think that she has potential moving on the show. Whether or not she wins, I don't know, but we'll have to see in the coming weeks how she improves.
I I have to say I really enjoyed it. And I definitely think the score was or I agree with the score too. I definitely think there's potential. And I'm looking forward to seeing what she does next.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she has potential to go far.
Moving on, we had rapper Nelly, who's partnered with Daniela. This is great casting for the show. Very energetic routine. He could use some work, but I think that if he actually puts forth the effort, he could really make a lot of improvement. We saw that with Kel Mitchell last season. Bruno called it very grounded. Carrie said that he needs to show us who he is. Derek recommends not wearing sneakers. Very fun performance. Like I said, he could do well if he improves. He ended up getting 16 out of 30. I'd really like to see him do well, especially as a Nelly fan and somebody that grew up when he was real popular. I'd really like to see him do well.
Yeah, I loved it. I love his energy, and yeah, I like some of his music, so I'm excited to see how he does.
And finally, into the night, very last dance came from Tiger King star and walking meme, Carol Baskin. I'm just gonna say, at least she tried. It was absolutely horrible. Props to her for trying, but it was awful. Carrie Ann loves that she didn't hold back. Derek said she smashed the pasta doble, said she needed to work on posture. Bruno called the dance sedated. It was pretty bad. She ended up getting the lowest score of the night. Carrie Ann and Derek both gave her a 4. Bruno gave her a 3. I wouldn't be surprised if the judges go into hiding before tomorrow night's show because she could actually go home. I don't honestly, there may be people that'll vote for her just because who she is and just keep her on for the laughs. But I think that she could be in danger tomorrow night. It'll be either her or Charles that goes, I think.
I really don't understand why she's on the show, honestly. Like, or why they picked her to be on.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a good dance at all, but she tried.
Yes,
But
did try.
um, I I definitely see her being in danger, and I believe that she will. I think she will get eliminated.
Yeah. It could, like I said, it could go either way. There are people that really hate the fact that she's on, so that's not helping her much. She is sort of crazy. That's not really helping her either. The only thing I think that will help her are the internet trolls that will
Right.
vote her through just to get people angry. But it could be her, it could be Charles. I don't think we'll be in too much of a shock tomorrow night with the elimination.
Right.
But the show, of course, airs tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on ABC. Tune in. And later this week, Jake and I will be back to discuss the show and also what we thought about the first elimination. Until then, I hope everybody enjoys their Sunday. Like all of our social media pages that are on in the description of this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Okay, I that's it. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, wait, hold on.
I
It's still
think
recording.
you still have it on